Flashback to the 1950s, where two characters from Lidditz High School decided to pal up and steal a full keg of beer from the shed of an unlucky man. Those two were none other than Charlie Balmer and Nevin Garner. Never would they have expected that their lifelong friendship would be the cornerstone of this Balmer-Garner connection. While their sons grew up in Charlie and Nevin's footsteps, chasing the love of the outdoors together, their grandchildren also crossed paths. As kids, Alyssa thought Tommy was loud, obnoxious, and too energetic. Tommy, on the other hand, couldn't understand why the weird, cute girl would always keep to herself. As they grew up, God directed them down different yet near paths. But it wasn't until after college that Tommy and Alyssa, their similar interests in fitness, food, and deep conversations brought them together. Although their families had always envisioned them together, the timing could not have been better. It was their separate paths that provided the lessons that grew them as individuals. All along, God had been preparing their hearts for one another. Flash forward to December 2020, Tommy and Alyssa decided to make the commitment to not only grow as individuals, but together. So Tom and Alyssa, let me be the first to say to you, congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Okay, it says AB. It's crazy to believe that it's been almost 4 years since our journey began together. But what's not crazy to me is what I knew all along. From the day we met, I knew you weren't just anything, but instead you were something. Okay, now I'm gonna cry. See, because before you, babe, I had been praying that God would guide me towards his plan for me, and in his time would bring the right woman into my life. Sure enough, in a couple months, you and I were headed on our first date, and I prayed Alyssa over and over again that God would give me a sign, anything to show me that you were the one. But instead of a visible sign provided by God, it was in the calmness he brought over me that I knew this relationship was something. Words cannot express how I'm feeling today, and I'm not sure that I've even want to begin to try to and explain all the emotions running through me, but I'll leave you with this. As my heart beats out of my chest while I stand waiting for you, just know this, to me you're not anything, but you're something special.
Tommy, I've truly found the one whom my soul loves. Growing up, you were just the obnoxious Garner boy. How in a couple hours, you're gonna be my husband. I love our story and family histories. It truly makes us that much more special. God knew what he was doing when he reunited us a couple years back at the wreck. You shine light into my life. You're a protector, confidant, personal trainer, best friend, therapist, hug dad, and girl master extraordinaire all in one. You're a man of character, and a man that is not only a good time, but a good man to everyone you meet. I can consider myself lucky to call you husband. I love this life with you and can't wait to see what's in store for us. All of my love, AB.
Oh, wow. You look beautiful. Oh, love you, Liz.
It's 10 in the evening. I can see your silhouette through our front door.
We're here together in the presence of God to witness and bless the joining of Tom and Alyssa in marriage. It says love is patient and kind. It's not jealous. It doesn't boast. It's not arrogant. It's not rude or selfish. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. God's word tells us that marriage is honorable. He said it's not good that man live alone. That therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they both shall become one flesh. I now pronounce you husband and wife. As I do this, I would remind you that from this moment on, you are now one. What God has joined together, let no man separate. Tom, kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be the first to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Tom Garner.
Now 12-year-old me would be rolling her eyes right now, but my mother was right. You don't get to choose who you're born into a family with. But how lucky am I that God gave me an older sister who's the best friend. Alyssa, you are in so many ways the woman I strive to be. Your beauty, your grace, your fierce protectiveness and loyalty to those you love, your intelligence and your work ethic. Alyssa, you have constantly showed me love and understanding with no judgment. You are protective and ready to go to battle for those you love. Imagine how impressed I was when you found someone who treats you that way too.
When Tommy first told me about you, he could not stop talking about you. I couldn't see why until I met you. I knew as soon as he met you that he was in it for the long haul, because he would always say, dude, I'm gonna marry this girl someday. All the time. And here we are.
In a world where things come and go, the only thing I've ever known is true. Oh, is you.